bites of reality to soar above a pixel land in a rocket ship. The 9999 made of megabits. Ladies and gentlemen, leave the world and bring your friends. Step inside and close the door. Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars and slow, 'cause we built digital castles in the sky as we float on timeless satellites. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 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 Run only as fast as I can, but my mind is free to celebrate universes in binary. Spend all day in the clouds and our definitions now. So high, 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 we're not coming down. Ladies and gentlemen, leave the world and bring your friends. Step inside and close the door. Shut it out, plug it in, press start and we're flying. No use for your wars and slow, 'cause we built digital castles in the sky as we float on timeless satellites. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live. 'Cause virtual is where we live, live, live.
Good time zones, everybody, and welcome. It is Wednesday. We are still here. That is all. I do hope that everybody is doing well. Greetings to, let's have a quick look, Frau K and Shadow and True Purple and Chris and anybody else who may be out there lurking. I know that there are other events ongoing at the moment, so I strongly suspect we probably have a few people who are maybe a little bit distracted elsewhere. And also, may I say, oh, thank goodness we're getting new pictures in Minecraft. Yay! The painting gallery is getting increased. For those who have no clue what I'm talking about, there are a lot of mutterings appearing over the internet that new paintings have been included into Bedrock and will be shortly appearing in a new snapshot for Java shortly. And oh, thank goodness does this mean that we can actually have some more paintings around. I understand that these are not replacing, these are just extending the pack. Thank you. Whee! Oh dear. Yes. Can you tell I've been upset, annoyed, bored, and generally driven out of my skull by the repeated use of exactly the same danged paintings all the damn time. It will be nice not to have the same ones constantly. Hey, Kel. Welcome. Don't mind me, I'm just ranting and being very happy about the fact that we're getting new paintings in Minecraft. It's just like, yes, some people are happy that there's doggos, some people are happy that there's trial chambers, some people are happy that there's new tuff and new copper and all of that. I'm also happy about new paintings. This all got announced earlier. I will have to find a link and add it to my own Discord. I really should have done, but it will be fantastic, particularly given that some of them actually look really nice. But will they be good paintings? Yes, they are actually good paintings. So that's a bonus. So now that I've been completely random and whittled on about paintings in Minecraft for far longer than anybody really should, how is everybody? I don't think I need those there. Three of the defaults and hating it repeatedly. Yes. Yeah. I can't think why. So, enjoying a bit of spring and enjoying a lot of spring Stardew. And in other news, Kel has decided to go on a 7-stream streak. I guess it's warmed up again then, Kel. Don't mind us, we won't judge you. Much. Good time zones, Raven. Welcome to Wednesday. God rest our sanity and all of those that have any left over from it. Rugs back up in a blanket? That's an interesting phraseology. Hello, chicken. Apparently the chicken wanted to go to the light. Go into the light! No, don't do it. It's clucking horrible. Right, let me think. Nope, that's a bad idea. Let's not think. Why would I want to think? I should never think. Thinking is bad for me. This, you, and I have some of this. It's not one I recognise, Kel. In any of the instances that I've encountered, so it's a new one to me. I guessed what it was. It's just near new one. Near new one. Near known one. This one. How much moss have I got? Do I have moss? Yes. Apparently the chicken has laid an egg. It's always useful when you have buildings that you can just leap onto the roof of them. He flies through the air with the greatest of ease and smashes himself into all of the trees. That mad old Scotsman who's up in the air. Yay! No, I have no idea what I'm on about. Don't worry. It won't get any better. You're building a coop. Ah! Is it a cooperative? No, that didn't work as a turn of phrase. Ending up missing half the meeting you had before this because one of the glass. Oh goodness! Is the lens intact? I hope so. do with the other building? Oh, I did do this. Okay, that's alright then. Just need to push it in. Okay. That is good. That is good. It's never good to lose your lenses. You can't see anything without them. Oh, I see the problem. I have identified the problem here. It's one of those, how do you know to put the glass lens back in if you can't see to... Yep, now I understand the problem. Don't worry, I can catch on eventually. I'm not the smartest chip shop in the block. Yay for familial assistance. Oh, thank you. I'd have spotted that eventually, but thank you. Or are you just proving that you've got your glasses working now? I mean, it worked. Yeah. No, that's not a stare at the end of there. Both don't give. Yes. Not the sharpest knife in this. Infamy! Infamy! They've all got it in for me. Yada dee 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 da dum dum. Yada dee. Bonus points for those who actually recognise that quote. Marks deducted for giving a monkeys about where it's from. Also, greetings, Landstrad. I don't think I said hi. Actually, do I have that to hand? I don't appear to have it to hand. Yeah, here we are. That one. There. Right, that's better. I just stuck a link in Discord for those who might be interested, and for those who may or may not already have it, here, have a link to Discord, just in case. That's what the paintings look like. The phrasing, yay, comes to mind. Also, I think the two villagers together is very much an homage to one of the older, well-known paintings, of which the name completely escapes me right now. But I know what I mean. Cake and vase. You know, I didn't actually notice the... Oh, the cake and vase. Yes, as a picture. Derp. Herpty-derpty-derp. For some reason, I thought, wait, they've added a cake and a vase? I was about to get all excited about cakes and vases being added. Hello, pig. But yes, those look like they're going to be fun. There are more pictures, I believe, linked off of that picture. Or the Twitter thread. Twitter thread? Twitter post, even. Twitter threads would be a new thing. And probably get them into trouble with threads. Whatever. Yeah. I was about to say, if he's going to continue to dead name people, I'm going to continue to dead name his service. But that's being petty. I can do petty very, very well, though. It's still treating Twitter like a bad ex. I mean, it is. It really is. Yet you're assuming I'm planning on not being petty, Landstrad. Twitter is a bad ex. Hello, Nuska. Not going to argue with that one either. That one, and that one. But ignoring all of that, new pictures, yay! I am way more excited about that than I should be. And I don't care. It's nice to have things to look forward to. Meeting in 15, people may... life happens. We won't hold it a grudge. Hold it a grudge? We will not begrudge you it. Or even be able to English it. Anyone who thinks that I actually have any... No, that's not in the right place. Really? Wow! A full sea trunk for that one. That's unfair. That's brutal. That's painful. Right. Let's swap out some of my inventory. You ran out of anvils. Look, if you're in need of anvils, just talk to the Orbital Claymore Delivery Service. Your anvils delivered from orbit in 12 minutes or less. Never mind. Orbital Dictionary Service, ODDS. Ow. That's just ow. What are the odds? Never tell me the odds. I don't have a ender chest at the moment. Here we'll do. Ooh, a roll leaf. Do I have one of those? Oh, I meant to press that button. That's alright. Apparently I don't have it, so I can I can continue with my attempt to catch that. Oops. Right, let's see. Hit that. Hit that a bit more. Some of this. Some of that. Some of t'other. You need to be a bit taller. Let's put some high. Hi, cockalorum. Hi, cockalorum. I don't know. Let's just put, oh, hold on. Things can, I was trying to say something there. I'm not quite sure what it was. Oh yes, things can still spawn in grass. There's no point in me trying to cover up everything and make it so that nothing can spawn if it doesn't matter that I've actually covered it all up, because actually all the stuff that is... Nyah-kababble. Well, why am I not surprised that that escaped? Probably was... stage left, pursued by a sanity. We are 12 squirrels in a trench coat. And we are here. We are here. We are here. Wow. That's impressive. I was bone mealing the moss up there, and I was getting moss down here, apparently. I didn't even notice that. 69, dudes. That I wasn't even sure. I didn't even know that it would be able to actually affect that far. Hold on. Why am I removing that? I still need to light it up. Are you my light sources box? Yes. Are you my mummy? That's a Doctor Who episode that gives you the nightmares forever. Was that all of it? Nope, I missed one. If I do that one, does that get this side? Yes, it does. Fantastic. It's amazing. It's fantastic. It's lighting up things. No. Do that. Okay. I do believe we may have just covered all of the numbers that are not 0. Scrap that. Reverse that. We may have set it up. Nope, we've missed one. Well, I'm just going to deal with that by that. Do we have any more zeros on the top of this roof? No? No. Fantastic. Excellent. There's many, many, many more zeros, but they're not my problem right now. Wow. I do believe you mean just my brain cell count. Thank you, Raven. It used to be accurate. There's no point in... Oh, apparently I had some bone meal in there as well. Oh well. Chicken! I can't believe we got a chicken out of that. Oh well. Ah! The lesser spotted fire engine. Lesser spotted on the grounds that we don't see those very often. Meow. Wandering traders do that. You know the solution to that, Kel? Set fire to them. Ye shall not get past. Ye shall not be fast. Must be where the fire trucks went fast. Exactly! If you or anyone else who you know has been haunted by wandering traders, just contact the Wandering Trader Fire Suppression Service. And by Fire Suppression Service, I mean we set them on fire. To suppress them. Exactly. That's not in the right place. Let's try that in a different location. That makes more sense. That gives me the beginnings of a retaining wall. Much better. I'm trying to work out what to do with this outcropping. The obvious thing is keep it, but the really obvious thing is something fun. Aha. You can resolve that, Kel. You can very much resolve that. It's an easy fix. And I don't just mean by setting fire to all of them. Oh, actually, no, I guess not. No, it's mob spawning. And it's patrol spawning. Sorry. I thought there was a game rule for wandering traders. Whoops. Kind of wish there was a game rule for wandering traders. Sorry. Bad info. Please ignore the Scotsman. He doesn't know a thing about what he's talking about. I'm sorry, Kel. It's not my fault that I know nothing. Stone goes in there. Actually, that's what I wanted. / game rule do trader... What? Oh, it is a game rule. Thank you, Raven. Yes. Apparently, / game rule do trader spawning / false. Or false. I can do it on this account. The cam account, because the cam account is mod. No more free llama. It's a creative world for OK. I think the llama are free anyway. I don't know why I started looking for do wandering trader. That was my problem. I was looking with a W. Today on Scotsman doesn't know what he's talking about. Take 2. No, it's this one. That. Thank you for proving me both right and wrong, Raven. It's fantastic. I always love it when that sort of thing comes up. It just goes to prove A, Raven's Google foo is fantastic, and B, that I still haven't the foggiest what I'm talking about at the best of times. Doink, doink, doink. A Google foo seifu. I'm not even sure I could say that 3 times slow, let alone 1 time fast. No. You've gotten that wrong, Scots. It's here you're supposed to do that. Because then you can do this. And be somewhat akin... somewhat equal to what you've done elsewhere. Oh look, I have dirt. Still need to do the top, but get to that in a minute. Yeah. This is going to mean that I am absolutely going to run out of spruce trapdoors. So I will need to sort that out in a minute. And by in a minute, I mean about 12 seconds. Because that's about how long it's going to take. Yep, there we are. Today on, I need more spruce trapdoors. One of these chests is not like the others. One of these chests has spruce. There we are. And now we hit that. And then we hit this. And we go, really? Did I really want 64 plus 20 pieces of trapdoor? To which the general answer is yes. Yes, I did. The odds are it won't last well. Well, that's not wrong. You're in the wrong place. Let's see. Nope. You know, one of these days I will figure out how to climb walls. That's better. That looks consistent. And gives us an area behind this that actually looks like it's held up. Which is good because we've got a building behind us. I have no great balls. Okay. I thought I did. So the intention here is to basically make sure that this section of hillside looks like it's well supported to cope with the fact that there's a building right on top of it. And the last thing you want is for your building to collapse. Now the thing I'm still uncertain about is what to do, because with these walls, what I've done elsewhere in the world here is I've capped them with these trapdoors, and stairs. I'm still not sure about it. I mean, they provide a splash of colour, but they feel like it's too much colour. I'm wondering if I should cap them with something like stone brick or polished deep slate or something else. Because the crimson is just too crimson. It's just too crimson, man. I think warped would suffer from the same problem. I think it needs to be more for want of a better description, more or less. Yeah. Neutral is another word. Neutral is a perfectly good word that I hadn't actually thought to use. So what if we try just plain stone? I don't like plain stone. Plain stone seems a little bit too nothing burger. It needs too bright as well. Yes. Yes. No, not you. Let's build myself a stairway to get up here. Let's try something else instead. I kind of feel like it does need to be stone of some form. I don't want to use cobbled, because I think cobbled would be lost against the roofs. So let's try deep slate brick stairs first. No. Apparently I just fell in the water. Not terrible. Not brilliant, but not terrible. Let's try the polished. I think it might be better with the polished. But I've got one more thing I want to try. Let's see if... No. No. Let's try tiles. Have a good meeting, Raven. I think the individual... The bricks look wrong. Ow. I just slapped myself in the head with a trapdoor. The problem with the bricks is the way that the texture is just large block. Oh, that's better. I think given that or that, I'd much prefer that. I think we might be in for some tiling. Yeah, tile works so much better. Right. Let's put that away and that away. I need... nope. Yes. Nope. 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 That one. One of these had to have cobbled deep slate in it. It's like, I know I have cobbled deep slate here somewhere. I kind of feel like I don't need that much more. So let's just go for, say, that much. I mean, I'll actually need a lot more because I should probably go and redo the tops of the other ones around the world. And you get that, you get that. And out these. So let's do that and that. Close that up. Oh yeah, the tiles work better. I feel the need to replace the ones out over here and over there. Okay, I might as well just make myself a whole stack. I'm going to need a lot of these. Hello, sir. Are you still roaming? Hello. That's a furnace. That's not going to be helpful. Congratulations, Scots. You've just managed to look at completely the wrong machine. Let's look at this now. Let's do this one as well, and then look. I might need to come back at some point and replace some of these with, say, cobbled, just to make it look like it's a bit more beaten up due to age. But the first problem is get it into play. I've always wondered, is there a Minecraft mechanic that says babies must follow adults? Yeah, I think it looks better with the darker. Good news is, this means I've got an awful lot of crimson trapdoors? Crimson doohickeys. There. Used it in fire automation. Okay. Farm. Okay. I was about to say, what the heck is fire automation? Because I don't recognise that mod. I mean, I wouldn't put it past existing. Hey, Ritsu. But I thought almost all of the AI in Minecraft was perfect and didn't need to be switched off. Says the man who's deliberately disabled the AI of his villagers by sticking them in pens. Oh. Sorry, Ritsu. I may have not noticed you previously somehow. Also, why the heck was BISH hit by Automod? You got here with the Growlithe that got away. Aha! Snuck in with the Pokemon. I mean, really, if you're going to follow a Pokemon around... Things that you want to do. I still have chests dotted all over this world in places. I need to... And even if I just keep it to the ones that are in this village, I still have chests everywhere. I need to tidy up. I mean, I already have a little. Which explains why there are whole sections of stuff inside the building that weren't there yesterday. I decided to move my Shulker monster so that I wasn't actually suffering from Shulker monster. Come on. Let me place these blocks. Chicken. 2 donkeys. What I should probably do is try and tame those donkeys so that we can stick them into the building. I'm currently in the process of not building due to the fact that I'm currently suffering from squirrel moment. When we do get back to there, it will turn into a stables. Honest Gov, I am actually attempting to build something. Not just revisit bad ideas. Nope. Oh, and apparently I probably do have enough stairs. I don't know if I do, but I do need to get somewhere to sleep, otherwise we will have a suicide shrub. And the last thing we want is a creeper, even if it's a scope creeper. I'm already suffering from scope creeper enough. I'm fairly sure this village is part of scope creep. That's the one. I don't remember this village being part of the original plan for Castle Gordonstein. Which is entirely not surprising. Although the fact that it was within view of Castle Gordonstein always made it likely to end up as a target. It was unlikely that anything within view of a build is going to be something that I will ignore. And yes, I know that that means that basically the entire map is at risk. So is my sanity. Doo-doo. Do I even have a ditto? I do not have a ditto. Sanity is... I can't even say it. Sanity is that thing that is lovely when combined with garlic mayo and when Cthulhu decides to rise and chow down on it. Off by 7. Well, I could have done worse. How does that look now that we've done that? Bring this back and have a quick look. Oh yeah, that looks so much better. And I'm about to be attacked by a zombie. I like the way that as I'm pulling the camera back, I spot the zombie coming up the hill towards me. Hill pig, get out of the way. Goodbye, zombie. I know exactly where that zombie came from, and one of these days I will deal with this ravine. Today is not that day. Today we're working up here. I think that the deep slate tile, now that I've seen it in place, works so much better as part of the hillside retention system. The hillside retention system. Hey, well done on catching a ditto, Ritsu. Right, swap that back. What's the command for work? It's Pokedex, is it? That one. I am at... Wow, I am at 33% of the spawnables. I am doing fantastic. By fantastic, I mean I'm taking the pick. The pick. I'm taking... Wow. I also need stone to go into there. Frauke, you overdid it? I'm shocked. Shocked, I tell you, at the concept of you ever overdoing something. Actually, no, that was a bad idea. Nobody in this group has ever, in any circumstance, overdone a... Sorry. You got a master ball for the 100%. 100 plus. Wow. No, that's wrong. You must have been hunting out every stream that had PCG attached to it. Alright, now that I've got like 2 stacks of Crimson Stairs, we'll say we just had one of them running 24/7 as background. Wow, yeah. I don't want to use Crimson on this set of cluster of buildings. So what I might do is I might roof off this building. Hey, Burkas. Good evening. Good evening and welcome. And before I get too far, I should really light up under here. I'm thinking this building. Because if we've got that one in red, and that one in red, and this one in blue, that one might fit that... Actually, I might only do the top part of that building. I might have this extension as living. So if we do that in red and that in living, that'll be one of the. That'll be the only building in this area that will be split. But hey. Right, one of these chests has. There it is, Crimson Step in it. Right, one thing I also should remember to do is light up this area. Yes, don't worry, you're going to get houses at some point. I know that you're all currently a little bit trapped in boats. Don't complain to me, I'm just the person doing it to you. Wait, that sounds wrong. Ignore that. You heard nothing. Yeah, because this roof literally intersects at the bottom of the other roof, so it feels like it would be good to actually have a totally different roof material, because otherwise they'll just link, and I think that would just look. I mean, it would look good, but it would probably not. It would look good, but it would probably not. Some of this sentence will make sense. It's entirely down to everybody else which bit. if it's possible to start placing blocks in time to the music. Nope. Only if you have a perfectly long section and don't have to worry about other bits. I'm going to need more of pretty much everything, I suspect. But let's start with stairs first. Here as we extend the town to look even more vibrant. Please tell me I have another stack. Yes, that's good. That's the thing. I love the way these roofs look. I really think that this is making this town, village, whatever. I can never remember the difference between a town and a village. I know that there's a classifier, and I think it's something to do with either the number of people or whether or not it has a church. I know a city has to have a cathedral. At least I think that's the rule. There are cities that don't have cathedrals, but they're the exception rather than the norm. Dang it. Village is a small community in a rural area. Town is a populated area with fixed boundaries and local government. Oh! Okay, so it's an administrative element rather than anything else. Where did I leave the rest of the crimson? There it is. That kind of makes sense. Thank you, Raven, and welcome back. Ooh, I thought I'd overshot there. Certainly overshot there. Can I finish this roof before I have to go and actually sleep? Yes. Will I have problems with mobs on the way down? Maybe. Fortunately, it's a nice straight flight from there to my bed. Woohoo! Okay, how does that look? Oh yeah, I think having the lower half of that as a living roof will probably look quite nice. Hey, Elkhorn. How goes things, Elkhorn? Does this mean that the Infinity Cove podcast has wrapped up? Or are you hiding out in multiple places? Joel's thing. Okay. Was it a podcast, or was it just a Joel catch-up type thing? Right, let's grab some blocks of bamboo. I might as well do the other half of this roof while I'm at it. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Doodah. Citadel Cafe. Joel, stay with the stream. Why did I think Infinity Cove? I know because of his link to. Assume my brain is already non-functional because I'm fairly sure it's not functional in any way, shape, or form right now. Saw Elcon, went Infinity Cove or something. That might be it. That might be it. At least I didn't misattribute it to the Finite Inn for once. As I have badly done in the past. Because my links database is very out of date somehow. Oops, there's a stair there. Stair? Wall. Actually, I think I did the reverse. I did the opposite. I did something that was actually for Finite Inn as Infinity Cove, which was... I have been lost in many woods, Elkhorn. And that's even before I've gone exploring in Minecraft. Which reminds me, I'm thinking of doing a exploration stream and looking for where I have an idea of where there's an ancient city. And I'm thinking it might be worth actually plotting out exactly where it is and maybe setting up another portal. I know I've already been to one. I think that's the one I have marked. It might be worth verifying my marks and making sure the city is still in existence. And possibly seeing if I can get the armor trims. That's the word. Good grief. If I keep this up, I'm going to have dents in my foreheads from the number of dictionaries that Kel's going to throw at me. Speaking of which. Thank you for proving me right there, Kel. I find it funny that I predicted it just as it hit me. Wrong direction. Do I have a bumblebee? That's a very big bun. Do I need to throw the Holy Hand Grenade of Antioch at it, rather than attempt to catch it, however? There it is. Oh, and while we're at it, let's grab some more glow lichen, leave one. Okay. I thought we were in that. I reject your countdown timer and substitute my ignorance. Wonder how much of the ground we've... Yep. See, I can't see anyone refer to a rabbit as Bun Bun without thinking of the old comic strip Sluggy Freelance, in which Bun Bun was a highly murderous rabbit used to carry a switchblade around and do nasty things to people. It's still running? Oh god, I thought I'd given... I thought I'd abandoned it because it was dangerously out of date as a link. That's just wrong. I think the other problem was I seriously lost track of it. I may have accidentally mossed the floor. Oh well. Well, at least user-friendly's not still running. Pretty sure Pete is in the end. I thought Pete entered the end game for that story about a decade ago. Okay, that's looking good. I approve of the split of having a living roof and a solid roof on one building. I think I can do something nice with that. I might have this as, say, an outdoor workshop or something. GPF is... Really? That one's in its final? I mean... I wasn't sure, given the whole sort of war that's ongoing between the greys, the slimes, and the two Nicks, and of course the multiverse. Because of course you've got to have a multiverse in there somewhere. Oh, I remember. Before I go back up here, there's something I have to get. Is it this one? Yes, it is. Right. And also, I don't... No, that's not it. T-Farm. Many of them have tiled roofs on the living quarters and red reeds on the bar. Cool. It's nice to know that my building styles are slightly linked to real-world concepts. Elkhorn, you should know by now, I've been on the internet for so dang long. I mean, I started off reading... I think I might have actually met the guy who did user-friendly at one point. Right, I'm going to take advantage of cat teleportation. Here, kitty, kitty, kitty. Here, kitty, kitty. Thank you. And then I'm going to put you into the corner here. Just to save this warehouse from... there we are. Kitty! Actually, I know I've met the guy who wrote User Friendly, because I actually still have his autographed business card somewhere. And a dust puppy. For those who actually have any clue what I'm talking about, well done. For those who don't worry. It's ancient history. On the internet. Hunter! On a 5-stream streak. Thank you for the streak, and put some clothes on. Till you get back into a Girl Genius and El Goonish Shiva. I mean, Girl Genius is fun at the moment. You are never late, Hunter. You are turning up exactly when you mean to. Also, I'm kind of assuming that you were probably in the Joel thing. So, yeah, that was expected. I just didn't change my schedule. Wasn't going to. There might. In the jolting, the mighty jolting, the hunters. No. I mean, there was that whole whole questionnaire about when it was going to start, so it could have been any time. Did I really only get a single sapling out of that tree? Wow. Yes, I saw the I saw the statements about that hunter just before I went live. I deliberately did not mention it. Oh dear. Right. Where was I? What was I doing? And how can I stuff it up next? Oh yeah. I need... no, warped. Warped. Lots and lots of warped. There's the warped. $11 tabs of... I'm sorry, Tor, but only 11? Slacker. Right, I think we end up about 60-40, so we'll probably need that many and that many. And if that's not enough, I will just need to build a bigger roof. Oh. But I thought Elkhorn was a Silver Surfer. I'm not going to make this one a mess. I'm going to make this one a perfect. Tor, we're not talking about you. I know Hunter's picking on Elkhorn again. Rightly so, given what Elkhorn did earlier. But I'm not... I'm going to deliberately not explain. And there's always the comment, Tor, you know full well I am somewhere between ancient and immortal. Oh, sorry, ancient and eternal, I believe. Therefore, fossilized is just another form of being eternal. You're in the wrong place. Elkhorn has a senior moment as a result of Discord. Allowing him to do something that he probably shouldn't have been able to do. He assumed, and we all know that makes an arse out of you. No, I know full well that it was Discord allowing you to do something that you probably shouldn't have. Just mostly. Wow. Yes, before picking on Elkhorn, you first made sure that you weren't making the same mistake. Right. One thing I will have to work out is what the heck I'm doing with the interior of this particular building. Short version, Elkhorn joined in a Discord call that he shouldn't have been able to actually be in with an open mic. With an open mic. Oh, I wasn't going to leave that. I wasn't going to explain that bit, but yes. The first response to that statement, Hunter, is: did you try and redeem Toot Toot? Just for comedy value.
There's a place I can trace every line of me. I can taste every inch of the space I step into.
Yes. Right, brain. Do play along at this point. What are the odds that 40 is not enough stairs to finish off this roof? I'd say the odds are pretty good that it's not enough. The question is how many it's not going to be enough by. I mean, that said, I've only got this corner to do, or this pair of corners, and the rest of this roof. Do I have that one? Nope. Fine. Ultra Ball it is. Right, while I am picking on people, let's pick on people in a completely different way. And I'm going to work... let's work left to right today. So, starting from on the left, we have a Raven who has very much been having great fun, or been very, very interesting, by playing through Horizon Zero Dawn, and is therefore fantastic to listen to and watch if you want to be able to actually hear the plot line of that game. Forbidden West. That too. It says that in the link as well. If you want to see the game and you don't want to play it, go and follow them. The person we are talking about that's not here is Joel Duggan, who has the fantastic Infinity Cove, the Citadel, and many other things that they are very heavily involved in, and also streams. Working our way further along, we have the ancient and forgetful Elkhorn, who will occasionally be told to speak in a toot-toot voice, or many other voices, just for comedy value, whilst streaming. Can't think why many of us enjoy picking on that, and I still think we're going to have to actually make him do toot-toot in a work call at some point. And continuing on along, we have Hunter 555, who is also a fantastic Minecrafter and other game streamer. They have been playing some very fun ones, including Hades, which is basically just a thirst trap and is therefore very fun to watch. I highly recommend catching any of those people in any of the streams that they do. Oh, and just for comedy value, keep an eye out for Kel. They don't stream. They really should. Hunter, you know the rules. No self-deprecation. If I get told off for it elsewhere, absolutely. I do believe that is... Oh, I really should also... we have also... I can't type. I've also got caps lock switched on by accident. We also have... Going by the name of Ritsu, we have the Voices, who occasionally will stream. It says no game. They do occasionally stream. Do pay attention when they do. I think I might have caught everybody there now. If I haven't, I apologise. Doesn't Ritsu... I could have sworn Ritsu stream. Thank goodness for that. One more boy. Oh, we have. We also have Bohikars, who also plays Minecraft. You'll notice a trend in the people that I follow and who tend to hang out in this group. They're all crazy. Thank you for the reminder, Kel. Craziness is not absolutely necessary to be around in this group. It is, however, very much appreciated. Fan strategy of Kingdom Hearts under the bed. Oh my. I mean, that's one way of making sure that you're at least heard on a stream, Kel. That looks good. That looks fine. I don't like that corner. Only because I rebuilt another set, Raven. But what I'm looking at is this corner, and that corner looks wrong. Everything else looks fine. I just don't like the angles of this one. So the outside edge is going to need to be blunted a little. And I don't have the foggiest clue how at this point. So let's find some half slabs and see what we can do. I hope not. I'm showing full connection and no drop frames, Kel. Oh, good. Everybody else is still here. It's just me that's not. Wait, no, sorry. Scrap that. Reverse it. It's just Kel that's not. Now the question becomes, how do I make this look better? I mean, I could do... Ow. It's been a long time since I heard anyone refer to something as bimbling. Hey, Cyber. Have you managed to unfollow me? Or has Twitch managed to make it so that you're unfollowed from me? Because that's entirely plausible. Because Twitch would never, ever, ever do that to anybody 3 times a day. Still says you're followed. Yay for still following. Lovely. Sounds to me like Twitch be twitchy. No, I'm not liking this. Also, how did I get an upside down stair there? Have a good dinner, Hunter. I'm not sure I'm making this any better, so I'm going to put it back the way it was. Which will probably involve me accidentally dropping myself off the building again. But... Oop. And... before I do... we have a Hail Hydrate. Thank you, Kel. Everyone else, remember that hydration is important. And if you have any, do a meds check. I remember to do mine just before stream, so I am okay. They're the ones that keep me from forgetting who I am. Honest to God. No, I'm not allowed more snacks, Kel. I had dinner before stream. That's all I'm allowed. I'm trying not to snack. Bad. Right, let's see. Now we have 3 buildings. No waiting. I see. I see. Also, I think it would be really, really rude for me to snack in the middle of stream. He says, having just stood there eating a perfectly good steak. These flowers need to move. Flower relocation. I also probably need to relocate these sheep. Excuse me. You're on top of the... Thank you. No. Look. No getting out. Right, for the moment, I'm going to relocate those flowers into a chest. Mostly because cornflowers are nice. I say, Thank you. I should really move those sheep. Where are we going to move those sheep to? Because I don't want to stick them in with the Muda. I mean, we've already got sheep in there, but I don't want to add to it. That's a lot of cows. Don't have a cow, man. So where should these sheep all go? Oh, where should they bar? Baram you. I could put a sheep field here. That feels like a good place to put a sheep field. If we remove these trees and... What is this note? Iron Golem Watchtowers. Okay. If we remove these trees and we remove the horse hole... Oh, actually, before we... Focus, Scots. I know you're not very good at actually being able to do so, but... I should turn this into a stables, then I can move into the stables. Then I can consider building a sheep field, and so forth. Clicking sound as it just finished while after... Maybe? Your ghosties want a brew. Ghosties want a brew. Ghost Cuppa. Right. I've heard of Ghost Kappa, but not Ghost Cuppa. Let's see. How do we want to do this? I've got an idea. Isn't it a good idea? Who's a good kitty? Let's see. Do I... No, I want something brighter than that. And I don't have any spruce. Ooh. Spruce hanging signs. Yes. Yes. Aye. Do I even have one of those? Well, apparently I do. Fine. Don't need to worry about that then. Alright. Let's get some more spruce. One of these has sticks in it. No, it doesn't. I thought I had more stick. Huh. Apparently not. I do have a decent amount of bamboo, though. I can be bamboozled. And dark oak. So I have... Yes. Well, I've got dark oak in my inventory. Let's turn that into a lot of sticks. Right. And somewhere around here. If I do that, I can now do that. Yes. Right, this end of the building I want to be solid-ish. But I don't actually want it to be solid. There. Oh, now that's nice. I like that as a tall fence. Why are you raining? I did not want rain. Hello, pig. Right. Let's do the same along the back wall. I'm trying to remember, can you walk through? You can't. Could I... Chris, that's not good. Are you alright? Nope. You can jump over a sign, but you can't walk through it. So what I'm wondering is, it might actually be nicer for the back wall to actually just be 2 or 3 rows of signs. Oh, well, that's interesting. I can walk under them when they're at a second level. Yeah. How do baby things treat them? Probably badly, which would mean this is probably not the best of combinations. While I like it, I don't like it. Sign oh, that's terrible. Pig, you're not supposed to be in this stable. It's a stable, not a piggery. I don't... the more I look at this, the less I think this is a good idea. So, let's not do it. I have an idea for something else where this might work better, as long as I don't remove the walls. And remember to pick up all of the signs. There we are, 16 and 12. Good, that's better. So, one of these days I will have a good use for spruce signs. Today is not that day. Do I want this to be a front-facing or a long? Or do I want to do both? Actually, both might be good. So if I do a wall here and have front-facing, I could have another one facing in this direction. Or I could have... No. No, 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 no. Also, missing sign. Changed my mind again. Right, let's do that. Off by 2. Of course I'm off by 2. That's fun. Those are spruce. Well, you say that, Kel, but since you make them in threes, it's an off by 1. It just happens to be an off by 1 in that I will always have 1 left over. Because typical. If it can't get me in having them at the wrong number by not being able to make them, it'll be the wrong number in other ways. Right, let's see. Yada. 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 Now we stick a wall on this. I have every intention of making this more solid. Question becomes how much more solid? And what with? I really kind of wish that we had, like, terracotta walls. Because I think this would look lovely in a wall. But since I can't, I won't, and I can't, and I shan't. Right, let's turn you into walls, and you into walls. Did I put those back? No, I didn't. Good. Let's have an offset door. Oh, we could, Frauke, but I suspect we'd all be bankrupt before everything that everybody wanted was added. The reason I've not actually gone above that is I need to do something further up in slightly different. And I am tempted to just make the back wall solid, so let's do mostly solid. I mean, Elkhorn has a counter on his letter. And that number just keeps going and going and going. Since I can't do... I could do gates, but I don't want to. Actually, I could. Let's try that. It'll... this one? No. This one. No. This one. Yes. I actually had the materials I was looking for. Oh, I forgot to do the front wall. Oh. That looks better. I like that. I'm tempted to make these 2x2. Don't know. Can I decide yet? So what I'm thinking is this will be a sort of tack room, whatever. Actually, what I should probably do is... I need more of those. So I need there, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. I need 6 gates and another several fence posts. Let's see. I'm not going to get very far like that. Six gates. And several fence posts. Calcite subblocks account for at least 3. Is that all? Calcite subblocks probably should be higher than that. Rassin, frassin, rellan, frellan, mutter, 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 dick dastardly. Just, I know I want things like that regularly, but I don't want them now. Mutter, grumble, murmur, need a hang up. Okay. Now that I've grumbled in several things that are not necessarily English. Yeah, let's do this. Good. That's fine. I was going to have to get those as well. Anyhow, I need something to make sure that this roof is solid. Ish. Ish being the operative word. How dare I have the right number of materials? Right, not you. What the heck is an arracuda? Is that a barracuda that's made of arrows? I think I'm going to have to swap from what I've got to something else. I don't think I can have walls. I need to take those out. Because otherwise this just doesn't work. At which point I need something more like so. Let's see. You bit here. Like so. Something there, probably? Or do I just want an open doorway? Open doorway looks fine. Cloud the ceiling, seal off that wall. Which means, first things first, seal off that wall. You know, I actually meant to look to see if I had the Arracuda, and never actually got around to pressing the button. Whoops. That feels wrong. It's going to annoy me, but the problem is, if I change it, it's changing the block of the roof. I may have to cover that up somehow. Problem is, I've got that problem elsewhere already. Where do I already have that problem? Where have I got the... Yeah, it's this roof. But this roof, it's not so bad because it already... It basically just sticks all the way out. This roof, not so much. Hiss. Yada. You're in the wrong place. Come back here. Right. Cladding of ceiling. Cladding of ceiling. I kind of feel like birch would be good on this one because we want to make it look larger. Or at least area. Right. You go in there. You go in there. You go in there. Birch, please. There we are. Yeah, that's nowhere near enough birch. That might be, but apparently I need to sleep. I like this as a barn, stables. This is a stables, Scots. Remember what you're trying to talk about. Oh, I should have made more actual birch materials. And I should probably eat. Right, let's turn that into that. Let's test this. Fortunately, I think this is a small enough building that I don't have to worry about needing anything other than stairs and slabs. For those who didn't hear me counting under my breath, that counts to 5. And you make stairs in blocks of 4. Where are you trying to go? Hello? Excuse me. You're not going to fit through that doorway. No matter how much you cock that eyebrow at me. So, that was an off by 1 error. Again. Typically. Nope. I wanted that to be 1 up. Well, by 1 up, I mean half. Like so. I don't care about making the upper area bright or anything because nothing is spawnable. Well, it might get bats, but bats in my belfry. Ooh, that's nice. I like that. That works. That feels good. We can feel? I can feel the world as I know it. Wonder what the heck am I on about? Let's see. I should do something with the flooring. Nope. Yes. One of these is... this one. One of these is dirt. What else am I looking for? I'm looking for something. Ah, yes, there it is. Gravel. And there's a third thing that I'm looking for, and I can't remember what it is. Oh, yes, hay bales. Which are in my thank you for ruining our village and ripping it to pieces box. Also known as the hunter chest.
When the chips are down and you're losing hope, the light will surround and show you the road again, again, again. Show you the road again, again, again. Wait for the sunrise and open your eyes. If we give it time, life will be so bright again.
Why do you have a dancing microwave, Kel? Oh, it's Loopy, of course.
No, we're gonna rise again. We got each other like a friend. And every time you think the end is near,
I haven't started any microwaves recently. It's not my fault. I kind of feel like I want that one as gravel as well.
we'll make it together.
That's looking good. I like that. If I was doing this properly as a horse hole, I'd stick a blah, 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 blah. What is the word I'm looking for? Pressure plate in front of these, so that I can just ride a horse over the pressure plate, open up the gates, and go in. Would that even look okay, though? I mean, it'd have to be a stone pressure plate to blend in, and we can put it on top of the gravel so that it disappears. But of course, it only opens one, and a horse won't go through a single gate. Fine. Not interested. I've been meaning to consider using... I've been watching too much BOO. He keeps using trapdoors? Pressure plates as detail. Did I just completely destroy that pressure plate by breaking it with my fist? I did not know that pressure plates, if broken by stone pressure plates broken by a fist, would be destroyed. I mean, it's not 20 past, so it can't be as a result of backup lag. How odd. I never realised that that was a problem. Make a pit of berries, park in the hallway. I could. Or, I could always... I could always just leave the gates open and put a pit of berries in front of them. It means making the hallway a bit more sort of mossy and overgrown, but that would work. Where's my berries supply? I'm just hoping this doesn't turn out like what Grian had, where having something in front of the berries caused them to no longer cause mob AI to ignore it or be uncomfortable with it. Looks a little bit suspicious, but it might get away with it. Are you going to stay? Yeah. Yes, yes you are. Well done, Atlas. Thank you for being a test. Thank you for that thought, Frauke. That made a lot more sense. And what I might do is just put some berries here as well, just to seal off the end. And then we can make it look a little bit more sort of like that. And now it looks a little bit more overgrown. Excellent, excellent. I really have way too many flowers in this area. And I know that I'm probably committing a cardinal sin by saying that. Cat, I was going to say, I don't need you to be staring into that chest constantly. But I guess I need you to be sat on it is not what I wanted either. Oh, Cosmic will be lurking. Cosmic is always lurking. Hence the I've made a cardinal sin statement. Come here, cat. Where are you? Over here. Please? I'd like you next to the front door, almost. For those days when I forget to close it. Of course, there's a Cosmic lurking. Hello, Cosmic. I'm not calling you out intentionally. I'm just saying that by moving the flowers, I'm in trouble. Or by proclaiming I have too many flowers, I'm in trouble. Okay. I like the stables. I need to work out what to do with the interior of the stables. This area. I feel like something as a solid floor would be good. I am troubled. Really? Thank you. I'm going to be very dangerous to myself. I should not think this way. Where's the block? Where's the box I'm looking for? There it is. I don't have any. That's good. Oh, I do. I'm wondering if a floor of smithing tables in the back of the barn would look good. No, it's too solid and too noisy. Okay, that's good. That was about to be expensive. Iron and wood is expensive. It is when I still don't have the Temple of Irony running properly yet, Tor. The Temple of Irony is not yet a functional build. Actually, why am I using those? No. 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 Really? No. 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 Huh. Yes, procrastination has turned problematic. One of these days I will stop... Nyah! I don't know if you just. I really wish I could have been able to actually change the screen view. I just, out of the corner of my eye, saw myself running from right to left across the cam account view, chased by a flaming baby zombie. And it looked so wrong. I'm also worried about where the baby zombie came from. But actually, I am worried by... Oh, I bet I... No. I haven't turned the lights on upstairs. No, I have. Okay. I don't know where that baby zombie came from then. That's worrying. But it was when I saw this, of me just doing this, whilst being chased by a baby zombie that was on fire. It just... Ah, dear. Apple crumble. That sounds nice, Hunter. I'm also not liking what I've just done with the floor in here. I thought that was going to look better. It doesn't. So that's out. Can't eat it, but still want it. But yeah, well... I may end up having to just go with stone. In the form of... could do with stone brick, cracked stone brick, and a bit of gravel. As an unholy trio. So if we do bits of gravel in a few places, and then we finish ripping out all of the walls. I should probably make it so that the walls underneath the walls are actually in the form of... yeah, I should probably make those deep slate cobble. Something tells me that crumble through the post will be very crumbly. On arrival. It'll just be crumbs. I'm reminded of an episode of MASH where one of the characters got a care package from home, and it was the first care package, and they got cookies, except it was entirely just crumbs because it had been destroyed in transit. And they were just pouring out a glass of crumbs. That's what the whole posting of crumble makes me think of. Thus proving my mind is full of very, very old TV series references. That works better. That works a lot better. And for the moment, I'm just going to put torch there. What is it, Atlas? Right. I am going to get 2 of these. And a chain. I have all 11 seasons on DVD Bo, and as a result, I also have them all ripped onto one of the servers behind me. So, yes. Spot the MASH fan. I don't suppose. Same, and a digital copy. I do have a lightning rod. Excellent. I'm not going to use it as a lightning rod. I want that the other way up. Actually, do I want that the other way up? That might look good that way up. Yeah, that looks good. And for in here, we can stick a chain up and do that. And then we can remove that because we don't need it anymore. If this was taller, I'd have put in a grindstone and hung it from the grindstone, but I think it'll have to do like that. Right. Oh. Let's put in... that, some barrels, and some tack shells. Oh, actually, these don't go in here. These go back in here. Yes. Four of those. Put those away. What was I thinking? Who knows? Yes. He's a fladder. He's a fladder. Did a flabble. Yep. Barrels would be in this one. If I had any, this would do. And a couple of these. And apparently I need sleep again. Why do Minecraft days keep ending? I mean, it's because I've got to do daylight cycle on, I know. But why must Minecraft days keep ending? Actually, have I got enough time to go and get what I want? What I really, really want? No. Fine. I'll have to do it once the day starts again. There we are. Because timey-wimey stuffs. Nope, wrong way. I want to go this way. I've just launched myself off in the wrong direction. And I just caught sight of what this village looks like as I lifted off. And it's starting to look really built. Yeah. Right. Let us abuse our supplies from down here. Is it this one? No. This one? Yes. Actually, let's just grab that many. Hey ho, Scotsman! Away! I'm so glad that not one of these buildings is the same height. It's just something that I really didn't want to happen. If all of these buildings had been the same height and the same level and so forth, this would never look right. By having nothing the same height, it looks so much better. No. Really have gotten the... That's the way meetings go sometimes, Elkhorn. At one point I was in a meeting today with 14 other people going, why am I in a meeting with 14 people? I like that. That looks nice. Let's put a barrel here and here. Another one there. And now I can do this and this. Oh, I didn't want those to join. Like so. Those are walls, so I don't want to do that. Dang it. Off by 2. But I have... Oh. I actually do have the 2 I need. Derp. What I might actually do is... If I do that, I can do... Hehehehe. I like that. What I might do is... Yeah, I can get away with that. I can get away with doing that. Let me find... What the heck's a wimpod? We seem to get a lot of fish today. Or aquatic. There they are. If I take this, I can attach it to the back of this and make it look like a door handle. Teehee. Over the top? Yes. Do I care? Heck no, I like it. I feel like I want something just across the top here. And I think what it should be is a pair of oak gates. Just to complete the top. Are you oak? No. Are you oak? No. Are you oak? Yes. Do I have any doors in here? No. Back for Pretty's o'clock. Ooh. Nigh on it, Nuska. Nigh on it. Thank you for the reminder. 2 more of those. Let's go and put those into place. Perfect. That looks like a sort of slatted door. I like the way that this has come together as a barn in one day. And it's got room for all of the prettification around it with the flowering and the doohickory. And is this dark oak or is this spruce? That's dark oak. I like the way I just stuck my head under a log to see what type of log it was. One of these things had... There it is. This one has dark oak in it. And apparently I need to eat. Should I? Yes, why not? I think that'll look good. Let's go with one more bit of detail, which I think might set this off just a little bit more. Yes, that I like. It's just a tiny little detail. I pondered making it, ooh, actually. Changed my mind. I know what would be better. I've got just enough time to do this. I'm going to have to break open a couple more blocks, but... up here. Do that. Do that. I think this will make a nice little highlight. And if I do that... ah, yes. That works. That really works. That gives just a little of colour. Just a kick. Nothing too major. Right. So if I put those away and put these away... have a good time, Zone. Oh, Cornan, thank you for joining us. I hope the meetings aren't too ridiculous. Right. We are now at Pretty's o'clock, so let us see what they bring us. I like that. I like that. I really, really like that. It's just got that little... I think Atlas likes it as well. Let's see what it looks like as the sun comes up. Come on. Let's get a bit more... get rid of the darkness, please. I don't want to have a yakety sax moment where I'm chased by a baby zombie that's on fire again. Even if I have no clue where that came from. I can understand that twitch, Kel. I can understand that twitch. I do like those. Maybe if I closed most of them. Where am I? So if I closed that one and that one. Does that look better? Or does that look even more cursed? I think it just looks cursed. It's going to look cursed no matter what. This whole complex now feels... The problem is, one more on Atlas's side. Horses can't fit through a single open gate, which is the problem. It's kind of left open so that you can just ride straight through. However, I really feel that this is starting to come to... this is just... I mean... As a village, this is really starting to feel like a nice thing. I know that sounds wrong, but I can't think of a better way of explaining it yet. There's enough difference in the houses that everything is just not the same. That horse is going to escape. Well, yes. I think I need to work out at some point what we're going to do with the old breeding farm. And I still need to work out what I'm going to do over here, because I think I need a church at some point. And this building is going to be very, very interesting, because that tower segment is going to go up above the building. So it's going to be a building attached to a giant old tower. And I probably want to make the tower look older than the village. I also want to decide what to do with this ravine. I'm thinking of actually making a feature of it. Rather than trying to cover this one up, I'm thinking of making a feature of it. Good luck. Yep. You've met me though, Raven. Well, online. You know what I'm like when I try to make features out of something like that. I will go completely insane, thoroughly mental, and then probably achieve it. And I still haven't decorated out the armory. I really should finish decorating out the armory. Oh, talk about squirrel moments. I've just realised I have not touched the armory. Breeding farm is a good place for a windmill. Ooh. Yes. Have the blades facing out towards the... Is this an ocean or is this just a river? I think this is a river. I mean, as you can tell, I've started changing the landscape leading up to this village. So I'm actually going to make this bay a feature as well. Yeah, I think a hilltop windmill facing this way. Possibly... Yeah, I think I can do something with that. Hidden port down in the cleft. Maybe. The problem is the cleft turns into a massive cavern. Or doesn't. Hello, creeper. Do I want to know where this lava goes? Oh, it's this cleft. Yeah. I might have to think about that one. Oh, Kel, how did you miss that one? That only arrived recently. That's probably why you missed it. That was new last week, I think it was. Right. And on that, scope creep. Because, of course, I would never, ever, ever suffer from scope creep. Much. It is unfortunately time for me to hit the wrapping up button. I would like to say thank you to everyone for joining me this evening, and thank you to everyone for continuing to just hang around and enjoy these streams. It is, as always, absolutely fantastic having you all here. It does help me immensely with actually having a good reason for doing all of this. I don't suffer from it. I enjoy every minute of it. See my last statement. I actually... The scope creep is entirely due to all of you, and it is lovely. I hope everyone has a good time zone. I hope everyone has a fantastic evening, and I hope you're all able to look after yourselves and just, yeah, take care. I will see you all again soon. Bye-bye.